think, act, and prosper. You are now tuned into the Money Level Show.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Money Level Show. Today you are interacting with me in my new home space, so I hope that you guys like the feel of it and things like that. I'm still trying to work on it and tweaking and things like that, but it's going to be nice for you guys. So today I'm going to be reacting to Peter Schiff and Elon Musk's recent interaction on Twitter. So as we know, Peter Schiff is a huge gold bug. He has a lot of stake in gold, as my guy JT Coin Rings would say so. And Peter Schiff does have some legitimate concerns about Bitcoin, and seeing that gold has a 5,000 year history of being able to be used as money and being able to be used as barter and things like that. And then Elon Musk comes on the scene and he's talking a lot about Bitcoin. He talks a lot about cryptocurrencies. He's actually been on a tweeting frenzy as of recent in regards to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And so we're going to dive into this interaction, just kind of see what they're talking about. What are they engaging about? So let's go ahead and tap into that. All right. So as you can see, Elon Musk has been on a tweeting frenzy. He did Dojo for Doge, which is a cryptocurrency coin, which I'm sure a lot of you have seen with the dog and things like that. And then he tweets out a documentary kind of video about Bitcoin being explained, and then also some other tweets about heard a rumor some crypto coin was pegging the dollar. So he kind of going off, and I think that he's doing this to irk Peter Schiff, but we'll see. So we're gonna go ahead and go to Peter Schiff's Twitter page, and if you're not following me by now, but you should. So we're gonna go ahead and go to Peter Schiff's page and look at this engagement with him and Elon Musk. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me at Money Level Show on Twitter. I will be getting more engaged on Twitter, which a lot of people that are into finance and investing are. And so I want to be able to serve you guys in that way as well. So here's what Peter Schiff originally tweeted out on February 19th. He said, according to Elon Musk, Bitcoin is almost as BS as fiat money. So Musk regards both Bitcoin and fiat as BS. I agree. I just think Bitcoin, which is a digital fiat, is even more BS than a paper fiat issued by central banks. Gold is not BS. It's real money and better than both. So we know that Peter Schiff is very into gold. We know that he loves gold. He's a gold bug. He has a gold bias as well. And so we're just going to look at that. We're going to look at that some more. What are they talking about? So we see that Elon Musk tweets back to Peter Schiff saying that an email saying you have gold is not the same as having gold. You might as well have crypto. Money is just data that allows us to avoid the inconvenience of barter. That data, like all data, is subject to latency and error. The system will evolve to that which minimizes both. So Elon is saying that money is just data, and pretty much it's just in the system, and it just allows us to avoid the inconvenience of barter. And I think that he's kind of referencing that when a dollar was pegged to gold, you could only print as much money as you had in gold, and pretty much the dollar was a unit of debt, which meant that $1 was 1/20th of gold. And now that you're not having to barter on this gold standard, I believe that he's saying that money is just data that allows us to avoid the inconvenience of barter. And so we're going to look a little bit more into that. He said that data, like all data, is subject to latency and error. The system will evolve to that which minimizes both. I believe Elon has faith that the system is going to evolve for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And then he says, that said, Bitcoin and Ethereum do seem high. So this is an interesting statement, because he's saying that the prices are just being run up on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and that they are high. I mean, I recently read an article where Tesla put their 1.5 billion in Bitcoin, and they're already up 1 billion, which is pretty much more than some of their financials in their financial statements. that Tesla putting 1.5 billion in Bitcoin made more money than they made off of cars in certain quarters of the year. So that's concerning to hear. I mean, that's great, but it's also concerning to hear because it's just like, okay, well, what's the point? What's the point of owning a business and creating a product if you can just put your money in Bitcoin and people are going to speculate it higher? So they had some engagement back and forth. And then Peter Schiff says, seems high compared to what? That's the problem. Bitcoin has no value, no use case or utility, and there's no historical comparison that relates the price of Bitcoin to the price of any other good. You also can't value it like an investment as it has no earnings or yield. And Peter Schiff is correct about that. Bitcoin is not a company that has earnings or yield for it. And so it's not a tangible thing that you're holding in your hand that you can even compare the value of to any other good. So with gold, you could trade your gold for corn. You could trade your gold for wheat. You could trade your gold for oil. Because it's a physical asset being traded for another physical asset. And so Peter continues to make the comparison, saying that Bitcoin, how can you compare the price of it? Because if I come to you and I have corn and you have gold, and we both know what the gold spot price is, we would know how much corn I would need to give up for that ounce of gold. With Bitcoin, we don't really know the price. I mean, the price consistently fluctuates, it consistently changes. And so whenever you make that exchange, you don't know how much you paid for the corn, and I don't know how much I received for the corn because the prices fluctuate so much. So that's a legitimate argument, even though Peter Schiff I believe he does have a gold bias, and I'm a gold bug as well. I'm more of a gold bug than crypto or Bitcoin. I like the physical assets, but I do see the case for Bitcoin. I understand Bitcoin more, and I believe that it's going to continue to increase in value and that it could be used. And so, but it is more speculative because it has less than 20 years history, and gold has 5,000 years history. So those are kind of the two things that I really think about. So Peter Schiff then, replies and says, since Bitcoin has no value, I think the price is high compared to everything else that does have value. In the market, its price is what anyone is willing to pay who does not understand or care that it has no value. And so Peter Schiff's kind of just going back and forth and just saying that Bitcoin has no value except for what people are willing to pay for it. And this is really interesting right now because right now in the markets, we're seeing that people are willing to pay top dollar for certain companies, certain stocks that are super overvalued. People aren't valuing these companies and there's a lot of euphoria. There's a lot of speculation. There's a lot of betting and gambling going on. And so that's what Peter is saying is that, Bitcoin is worth how much people are willing to pay for it. Okay, so that's pretty much how the value is determined of Bitcoin versus any other hard asset. Those are determined based off of different other economic factors, comparison to other goods, things like that. And it also depends on the macroeconomic picture. So if you have a huge insolvency issue with the government printing too much money or whatnot, you're going to be able to see that the prices of commodities are going to come up because those will have more value. People are going to be like, okay, like I need corn, I need wheat, I need seeds, I need water. Those different things become of value and they become money because of the situation that surrounds the economy. So that's kind of just what I was kind of getting out of this conversation with Peter Schiff and Elon Musk. Leave down in the comment section what you believe was happening. What do you believe they were saying to each other? I listened to both of them. I mean, more Peter Schiff than Elon Musk, but Elon Musk, I do watch his tweets and things like that. I do think that Tesla's way overvalued. Elon Musk has agreed. He tweeted out before that that Tesla was way overvalued back last year. I remember that, and Tesla price ended up tanking a little bit. And then he also said that Bitcoin and Ethereum is overvalued too. So what are you guys' thoughts on that? I just want to know what you think about it, whether you're more on the Elon Musk side, whether you're more on the Peter Schiff side, or you can see both sides of it. And how are you protecting yourself in this environment? Are you buying both Bitcoin and gold, or are you just buying one or the other? What's your perspective? Let me know. Leave that in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe, like this video for the YouTube algorithms. And I want to thank you all for joining the Money Level Show today. Peace.